Okay, so it seems I have missed out on some of my so it seems like I have missed out on one of my favorite things in the entire world, and that is right-wing drama. I love it. I live for it, and I definitely missed it this time around. So, I have not been on Twitter much today, and it just so turns out that some shit kicked off in the conservative influencer ecosystem sphere, whatever you want to call it, the environment. I don't even know what to refer to it as, but I have been trying to catch up on it all afternoon now or all evening. And I'm going to get right into it. I almost went live early so we could just talk about it because I am so oh, it's so funny. So, first off, First off, this involves a girl called Sarah Stock. I believe she recently got married, and so her name is no longer Stock. It's something else like Steza or something. I'm not exactly sure. But Sarah Stock, and you might know her from Jubilee. Hold on. I'm not even sure. Oh, I know. She was in the Mehdi Hassan video, for example. Here, hold on. Let me let me just I know Jubilee likes to claim shit. So, not gonna play it, but where is she? Oh, I know she's in this video somewhere. She says some dumb shit. She's very much what you expect from a right wing conservative woman influencer, which is she is just awful. You know, sort of trad wifey and pushes that kind of vibe all the time, I guess, and pushes that women should be in the kitchen and aren't shit. And I don't know, she kind of reminds me more of a just pearly things than any kind of serious actor. But this is her. Um, yeah, she said some crazy shit. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said some interesting stuff in this video.
I like where you're going with your views, but I think Donald Trump is definitely someone who's got financial.
And I guess there's been some drama with her today. So all of this fucking comes from, of all people, fucking Milo Yiannopoulos, which I just love it. This thing is it's all awful from the ground up. My favorite kind of fucking drama. All right, so what exactly is this situation? Well, it is hold on, sorry. Okay. It is I am still trying to piece all of it together, but long story short, we have an affair that has taken place here between good old Sarah and Elijah Schaefer. And luckily, Elijah's page is still up. Um, Sarah has since deleted her account. And yeah, this is so both of these people are married. It's both Sarah and Elijah here are married. Don't know how long, don't know for how much longer, but they are married. And it would seem that they decided to have a fucking affair. And this has been, it has been, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Because you got shit like this. Um, uh, please pray for Sarah Stock's soon to be ex husband. He was left in the dark during all of this and is only now learning about everything for the first time from Milo's dossier. Word from the Vine is he's been involuntarily checked into a psych ward due to a high risk of suicide. I don't know how real that last part is, but I believe it if this was how he found out. Because also that's them with the fucking with like fucking you got like oh man. So so Sarah's whole thing is that she's like a trad wife, right? She's a trad wife, and I believe she also said that she was a virgin. And let me just see if I can't find Milo's original post here because he's been posting through it quite a bit today. Um okay, what do we got? What the hell? Okay, I'm sorry. There's so much to like shift through here and sift through, not shift through. There's so much to sift through because he's been posting all goddamn day. He's been posting all day about like other shit too, and it's like, hello, sir. Hello, stick to one thing, please. Can you focus? I'm trying to focus. Okay. Um, yeah, so again, this all started with Milo posting some shit, I guess. It's really hard to find through all of the anti-Semitic posting that he's up to. Through all the anti-Semitic and Islamophobic posting that he's getting into. He's hitting both lines, it seems. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know why he decided to do this. Like, I don't know what Elijah Schaffer did, but it seems like this started with him wanting to out, I guess, like Elijah Schaffer. Again, I have no idea what the fuck started all of this, but I don't really care. All I care is that Sarah, someone who has bothered me for quite some time, who has bothered my spirit, is no longer on Twitter because of this incident. And it really does seem like she just cheated on her fucking husband. And it's not that big of a drama, really. I mean, it's not that big of a controversy, but it is just representative of how right wingers live by this sort of code or whatever that they're supposed to live. It is representative of how right wingers have their sort of expectations and shit that they're supposed to live by, and then they don't actually live by them. Like, they're all hypocrites. They're all full of shit. She's a fucking trad wife. You know, she's Catholic. She's all like, you know, she's supposed to be all big and shit about family and marriage and all that kind of shit.
Interests in
And she's out here cheating on her fucking husband. So, and there are a lot of details here. um so I don't know why the fuck he's posting that shit, but I'm not even gonna read that out loud. But Elijah Schaffer's drinking, drug taking, and extramarital affairs have been relentless for the duration of his marriage, a union hastily arranged once he decided to pursue a conservative media career. So Milo's being messy as always, right? Milo's being messy as always. Decides to come for this guy Elijah Schaffer. You've got messages from people who I guess are talking about Elijah Schaffer. And then you've got later today, I will share what it was like to work for Rift TV and the vindictive ways Schaffer retaliated against those who either tried to help him or who spoke out about the workplace he made them endure. Oh, and that BMW, he left it unlocked with the keys inside. More soon. I have no idea what the BMW is about, but there's this whole fucking thread here, I guess, or yeah, whole thread here. I'm in touch with Elijah. I told him to get off the internet for a couple weeks and go to rehab. It's better for everyone to just rip the band-aid off, so I'll share it with you over the next few hours. The info doing the rounds in private, or at least what I've been able to confirm. And then he posts messages from Elijah. I'll see a dossier someone put together. I've see a dossier someone put together. Everything is coming out. My advice is to check yourself into a facility sooner rather than later. There may be a life for you after this, but it's going to depend on being totally honest about all the details, and it's going to require sympathy. As far as I can see, drug addiction is the only card you have left to play. If I were you, I would go out of my way to be generous and decent with the wife and kids. This cross filing in other states for oh my god. This cross filing in other states for divorce is insultingly childish and stupid. Observers will be asking, haven't you put the poor okay, I don't know why you had to call her a bitch. So anyway, there's a lot of shit there, right? I don't this is not I don't really know what this is all about. I'm more interested in the shit with Sarah. So, here we go. Let's start with Sarah Stock. If your husband, and then so I guess this is a message to Sarah, which is bold. Milo's kind of bold. Milo's kind of like Candace with the fucking posting of receipts. Like, you didn't have to do all this. This was a lot, sir, but all right. So he posts this shit. If your husband doesn't know, now is the time. I understand that you won't see it like this for a long time, but as you can see from the above, it is better for everyone that things come out in one burst today instead of metastasizing over weeks. Don't let him find out from somebody else. So he sent that to Sarah, and then Milo says, in February 2025, Sarah Stock and Elijah Schaffer began sleeping together. The affair ended on the day she got engaged, about 6 months later. In that time, they experienced multiple pregnancy scares. It is alleged by one former acquaintance that Sarah got at least one abortion. Stock and Schaefer had sex on the day they met at the CPAC conference. I know that these political motherfuckers be fucking, okay? I just know it. I've said this shit forever. But goddamn, you put enough people in like close proximity like that, high tensions, high stress situations, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Anyway, at the CPAC conference, in recordings of Stock confessing the affair, she claims large amounts of alcohol were involved. They told each other they loved one another. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, yo. Again, fucking conservative trad wife motherfuckers here, okay? Keep in mind who we are talking about here. The people who put on a public persona of them being like, I'm a traditional conservative person, Like, that's my life. Like, that's who we're dealing with here. Elijah told her he was thinking of leaving his wife for her. Oh my god, that's crazy. Stock's husband has met Schaefer many times, but did not know about their sexual relationship when he proposed. In this recording, Stock can be heard admitting to the affair, adding that she does not plan to tell her husband about it. How does he have all this shit, dude? Hold on, let's hear this recording.
Take any accountability at all because like it obviously was
Hold on, sorry. I should have done this before stream, but oh, well, I'll do it next stream. Oh well.
Ethnic cleansing. He's got.
Hold on. I'm going to close this so that we can actually take a look at this. I got my computer back, by the way. It's pretty dope. And see if you can hear this.
my fault too.
It's pretty quiet, so hold on.
Not take any accountability at all because like it obviously was my fault too. It happened between us, but even that was like not like I don't know. I felt like it was like he got me like very intoxicated. Like I don't even like remember most of it, and I was even like thinking back because it was like at CPAC the 2 nights.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear it, but she says that she doesn't remember that night very well because she was very drunk and very intoxicated. She also says he got her very intoxicated. So, I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's like I don't know. I mean, depending on how intoxicated she was, this is also just like questionable about like consent at this point, but that's a whole other topic. So I don't even think that Milo cares about that aspect of this that he is just kind of leaking here, but fuck, this shit's crazy. Yeah. So she said that he got that they got that she was very drunk and she doesn't remember the night at CPAC very much.
You're there, and the second night I was like breaking out in like a rash, and so he's like, oh, like get some Benadryl, it'll help with the rash. And like now I'm thinking back and it's like that's probably why I like blacked out, because he like intentionally gave me Benadryl and like fed me a bunch of shots and stuff, and like obviously it's like
Okay, she is now straight up claiming that he drugged her. Interesting. Okay. I mean, if that's a serious claim she wants to make, then like I think we should. I mean, that should be treated. If that's a serious claim she wants to make, I think that should be treated seriously. So, but I don't know. But I don't know if she actually said that today. at any point during this entire crash out. I'm not sure she mentioned that aspect of it. I haven't seen that in the tweets that I have seen. Again, she did delete her account, so who knows what she said at this point. I can only go off of screenshots and whatnot, but that is another aspect here that, again, I don't think Milo cares that he has just sort of put this out here, but he has just put out here that this may have been a like date rape situation, but who the fuck knows, I guess, at this point. God damn, this is insane. This is actually just kind of insane. And I say that mostly because it's playing out on the internet and it doesn't have to. There's no reason for this. Other than these people are public figures and Milo has decided he wants to put this shit out here. That is the only reason that this shit is playing out online. Otherwise, this would be a private affair amongst a small group of people, you know? And this happens a lot on the internet now. Like, you know, conservative contradictions and hypocrisy aside, I do feel kind of bad for the people involved who have to deal with this playing out in such a public way, but also you reap what you sow, I guess. God damn, dude. Fuck. Um yeah, okay, so I'm going to try and hear what else she says in this video or in this audio here.
Stupid on my part. To like go along with that, you know?
Also, did Milo record this? Like, is this a conversation he had with Sarah and he like recorded this and she's like opening up? So she's possibly like opening up about a situation where she was taken advantage of at this point, and Milo just decided to use this to attack this guy online who he doesn't fuck with or doesn't like for some reason. I'm not sure of their personal history, but yikes. Okay. All right. Oh boy.
But at the same time, it's like he obviously like knew what he was doing.
So he had it in his mind. Benadryl, what? Like, does that just make it increases like the toxicity or something? Like, gets you really screwed up?
Like mixing like a drug like that with alcohol.
When was what was this? CPAC?
That was when I very first met him in February.
Where was CPAC? I don't even remember this.
In DC.
Oh, that was in DC. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Benadryl for a breakout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah, he is. He. I know how.
Once again, like I'm saying, like I'm not saying I don't like have any fault in that. Like it like definitely like ate me up for like a long time.
Yeah.
I feel very bad about it still.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Okay. As much as I don't fuck with Sarah, I'm going to err on the side of she is telling the truth, of course. And so, like, I don't think she has any reason to lie to Milo about this other than to try and, like, make herself look good at this point or look not as bad. But, I mean, I think at this point you just kind of eat it, right? You just kind of take it. So I don't really think she's lying. I don't have any reason to believe she's lying, and wouldn't really I wouldn't really, you know, think she was lying anyway. So I do think she's probably telling the truth. Especially just I mean, shitty conservative guy is shitty and possibly a rapist. Shocker. Shocking. We're all so surprised. Oh my god. Yeah, this got crazy real fast. This is still very again, I cannot drive home the hypocrisy of all of this enough from like a conservative guy who has a wife and kids and is supposed to be putting on this sort of this sort of persona, and then is turning around and possibly drugging and assaulting women. And then you have Sarah, who now has to sort of unpack all of that. And I know Sarah is not someone who is out here necessarily advocating for women when it comes to speaking out against their assaulters. I'm sure she is someone who is more likely to fall onto who is more likely to support the side of the abuser in that scenario, just given her past opinions. So again, a lot to unpack here. God damn.
It's tough, and I mean, I don't know how you feel about the guy now, but it's like it's probably worse that you don't that you like the more that you learn about him and know who he really is, it probably makes the whole thing worse a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What is?
I mean, I just don't want anything to do with him. Like,
I get you. I totally get you. What did he say about his family? Like, because obviously he has like a family and kids. What was his excuse with that though? Like, how would he justify that?
he was like, oh, my wife doesn't care. She lets me run free or whatever. She doesn't care as long as, because I like take such good care of her, and she just lets me be a man and like do what I want and blah blah blah. Like,
really?
He was like saying that stuff. Yeah.
Says like the wife doesn't care. Wow.
Yeah.
So he has an open relationship, huh? That's crazy.
Which, I mean,
Did
like,
you ever question that, or like?
I was like, that's definitely not. Like, I like realized that's not true.
Right.
But also, like, at the time, like, it seemed like, I don't know, just like the way he acted and everyone acted around him and the things he would say around girls, it almost like seemed like that was true. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
and like, obviously, like, I deeply regret that, but also like, I'm not a slut. Like, I mean, that's like a horrible thing, but it's not like I really am like sleeping around or have been. So
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to defend yourself.
it's kind of, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of just like not even true for like anyone who knows.
I love how he says, you don't have to defend yourself to me, as he proceeds to post their entire conversation online in order to shame the people involved. Oh my god, dude. And she's like I actually kind of feel bad for her. And again, I don't like Sarah. But I almost feel bad for, I mean, I do feel bad for her a little bit here. All right. There's a lot more going down this thread here. Like, this is a long ass thread. I don't know if I want to go through all of this. Forgot to say, the whole blackout drunk I don't remember is 100% a lie that women use all the time to take away their own responsibility from consensual sex. Oh my god, dude, these comments. Yeah, this story this took a turn real fast because this is wild. So did he take advantage? Why did she keep going? She didn't seem too upset about the I don't know what you mean kept going. I don't know like if how many times they saw each other. But it doesn't matter if she didn't consent to this event, then she didn't consent to this event. And she was drunk. Stock alleges that Schaefer got me like very intoxicated and that she does not remember all the events of the evening. She adds that he gave her Benadryl ostensibly for a rash, but perhaps also to get her further intoxicated. She drank a bunch of shocks and blacked out. Yeah, that does not sound like someone who is able to consent to me. So like that sounds like someone who is unable to consent. That's not great. That's not a great look for this Schaefer guy, but also not a great look for the people in the comments who are like, she's faking it. Like, I don't, like, what is she, like, what, at this point, what does she have to, like, gain by faking it? It's kind of stupid. Like, unless she knew Milo was going to post that fucking audio, I don't think she was lying to him. I don't think she necessarily would feel the need to fucking lie to him, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think she's lying. It's not out of the realm of possibility to me that this fucker, tried to fucking or did assault her. It's not necessarily crazy or unbelievable given the circumstances. given the circumstances. Schaefer constantly questions Stock's faith at the same time as, or so several former employees allege, masquerading as an Orthodox Christian himself, wearing oversized religious jewelry. When he met Stock's husband, Schaefer kissed him on the forehead in the manner of a priest. I mean, you're going to see a lot of people going in on Sarah for sure because they're going to try and paint this as she was 100% consenting, which to me it seems like she was not. But they're going to be like she was consenting and her poor husband, because they want to play the poor husband card. A lot of them are just misogynistic and want to play the poor husband card. That's where we're at here. Elijah Schaefer's affair with Sarah Stock will come as a surprise to some observers, many of whom are convinced that Schaefer is, or at least was, gay. Others regard him as a cookie-cutter drunk and womanizer. Both groups are correct. Oh, okay. Schaefer says he had a twink phase before he got married. Oh god. I love how oh my god. I love how he's explaining what a twink is. A twink is a slender, young, homosexual male who enjoys I'm not finishing that sentence. Oh my god, I'm not finishing that sentence. Ah! 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 Oh, he's straight up implying that he's a pedophile. This period seems to coincide with Schaefer's time as a youth pastor. He's trying to imply that he's a fucking pedophile. Oh my god. A little known fact about Schaefer is that he attended church with and grew up around Benny Johnson. Oh my god. Schaefer left the church in a hurry when he was discovered having sex with another man. Despite his own past, one of Schaefer's favorite subjects is Nick Fuentes' homosexuality, a subject Schaefer returns to again and again, according to Sarah Stock, who comments in this second recording on how much shit Elijah talks about Fuentes in private. Wait.
How much shit Elijah's talked about him? Like, Elijah will go around, like, telling people Nick's gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's, like, said that before in, like, a room. Be like, yeah, I mean, like, I think it's definitely true that he is, gay or whatever. But
I mean, Nick is gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but he is.
He has his own things. Just, like, he's, like, totally said that before.
Huh. Because I'm saying, like, those things make me... I don't want to believe Nick's gay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how I feel. But those things, like, those clues that Elijah's leaving and always these comments, and then the fact that, like, Nick doesn't just crush him when he, like, counter signals or whatever. It's like, I just feel like, does he know something? Like, what does Elijah have that he's allowed to exist this long? Because, and maybe
I
you're
don't
right,
think
nobody's
so.
just paying attention, but
No, I
some of the
like
tweets, like,
personally, I just think that like no one's paid attention to Elijah and they don't care what he's about.
so then
Like,
why,
just, like, I
why
don't
does he
know.
want to go around
Just,
saying
like,
he's gay? Like, why would he say that?
because he talks shit because he's jealous of Nicki. Like he's extremely jealous of him.
How is it that Nick Fuentes always seems to come up? Like, how is he always everywhere these days? He's everywhere these days. Um, there are too many examples of outrageous hypocrisy to list, but here's the kind of thing Stock was posting online while she was near weekly and for 6 months cheating on her boyfriend with good job. With Elijah Schaefer, it is not known whether she insisted her husband wait for marriage. I am officially Catholic. Was she not Catholic before 4/20/25? What was she before, I wonder? Okay. Okay. Actually, that's not quite true. We do know if she made him wait, she did because Sarah Stock's husband believed he was marrying a virgin. That's what she told him, or at least allowed him to believe. What we don't know is how she explained not. Okay, dude. God, this guy is so fucking gross. I will say that. I will fucking say that. Holy fuck. Chill out, man. Okay, now he's talking about fucking horse riding. Elijah Schaefer's drinking, drug taking, and extramarital affairs. Okay, we read this earlier. One thing hasn't changed from Schaefer's, yeah, Schaefer has a, I guess, wife and kids as well. And there's okay, so that's really all of it. I don't have much else I want to talk about this, but this took a turn. Honestly, I think Sarah was probably assaulted. I don't really care about the subsequent meetings she may have had with him. If she says she was fucking drugged that first time, then I believe her. Um Also, I mean, if she did have subsequent meetings with him afterwards, it doesn't really make sense for her to lie and say that she was drugged that one time, so I kind of think she's probably telling the truth there. So, interesting, weird, crazy. Not quite sure what to make of that shit, but yeah. I do think it's still very funny how much these guys put this for sort of persona forward and then don't actually adhere to any of the values they preach or anything like that. It's very, very obvious, very fascinating. Especially how they just keep getting away with it, man. All right. Let's actually get into what I wanted to do today. Now that I have gone through that shit. Oh, I have to find. I don't think I have it bookmarked. Maybe I do. No. Katie Miller podcast. Here we go. Is this like, is she even fucking YouTube? Like a normal person? Yes, thank God. Okay, I was gonna say. Like, I'm not watching this on fucking Twitter. You got me fucked up, bro. So here is the
You've been recently.
here is the Nicki Minaj episode. I'm gonna speed this up because this is gonna be insufferable. Both of these women are a little bit insufferable. It's 2 to 1.25 and captions. Alright, let's see. Let's see what Nicki Minaj and Katie Miller have for us. Oh boy, I bet it's gonna be incredible. Just incredible. Truly. Katie Miller. If you don't know who Katie Miller is, wife of Stephen Miller, the Nazi himself, Stephen Miller. I don't really know what else to call him. Like that is literally what he is. So, yeah. Let's just get into it.
Very vocal about politics and social issues. What issue specifically drew you in the most?
If I'm being honest, President Trump. Because when I saw...
Okay, I did watch this clip online because this was the preview clip that they posted. She's gonna say when she saw how he was being treated, she felt some type of way, which is just incredible, ridiculous. Like, is it projection? Is it your imagination? Like, what is it? Because Trump is awful. He's a piece of shit to everybody. He's a bully. You don't see the way he treats other people and are like, maybe that's not so good. But you see the way people supposedly treat him and you're like, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, all right, Nicki. That's cool.
How he was being treated over and over and over. I just couldn't handle it. I felt that had been done to me for so many years. And I was watching it in real time happen to someone else. And I didn't think he deserved it. But at that time, I didn't come out and endorse him. I wish I did, though.
How do you balance being the celebrity Nicki Minaj with just being mom?
Well, I'm not always Nicki Minaj, but I'm always mom.
What is it like to create that family unit in a place where normally, especially in rap culture, that's not something that is, I would say, shown every day, and idolized?
After a while, no matter how much fame or fortune you get, nothing, and I mean nothing, feels better than going home to the people you love and the people who love you and the people who know you and understand you. It's just a very...
Like her predator husband, like her predator rapist husband. Going home to him at the end of the day, Nicki. I'm sure that's so great.
Fulfilling feeling.
When you're going through something like that very publicly on the internet,
yes,
and everyone is talking about you, how do you handle situations like that? Do you just not pay attention, or do you revel in the fact that people are talking about you?
Well, I'd rather keep that to myself. Don't want to give the enemies any ideas.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Katie Miller Podcast. We're so excited to be back in Washington, D.C. today, joined in D.C. by the one and only Nicki Minaj.
Hi, Katie.
You've been recently very vocal about politics and social issues. Was there a specific moment that flipped the switch for you? Was it Gavin Newsom? Was it Nigeria? What made you wake up, so to speak?
Well, you know what, Katie? I think that people's steps are aligned. I used to always tell people this when I was growing up, but I had this strong premonition my whole life that I had a second job to do. I would always tell people that knew me very, that I was close with, I would always tell them, the Lord told me that I have a second calling. I would say a second calling because and this was, by the way, this was before I even made it in rap. So imagine not making it in rap and being told in your head you have that to do, but you'll have another thing to do. So I just used to be like, okay, and I thought that maybe the Lord was putting that in my heart because maybe I would have a church. So so even jokingly, I would call my husband Pastor Petty. I'd be like, you need to get your sermons ready and get ready to preach. And he used to, but something inside of me just told me I would have another thing to do. And so actually, the first time I
The idea of her predator, rapist husband preaching at the pulpit. Is it drugs? Like, what is it? What has you on this complete other plane of existence? That man is not allowed within 20 yards of a fucking preschool. Are you kidding me? He can't pick up his own son from daycare. And you're out here like, put him at the pulpit. I need him preaching the gospel. All right. Nicki.
Said it out loud or texted it was during the last campaign, the presidential campaign, this last one. I saw something and I texted someone I knew right away, and I said, "This is a mistake." And I also said, "This all of this is making me want to get into politics." So the last thing that really did it was me seeing certain things, the campaign, this recent campaign, presidential campaign, and knowing that I could help, because the things that I was saying, it was happening. Like I was saying, "Oh, this is a bad idea," or "This is a good idea," or just, and the things I was.
You notice how she hasn't actually named anything specific? She's just like, things. These things kept happening, and I was like, oh, this was a bad thing, or this was a good thing, or blah, blah, blah. Like, what specific things, Nicki? What specifically formed your opinion? Is it perhaps that you don't actually have an opinion on all of this and you're only in it for the grift? That couldn't be it, right, Nicki? That couldn't be it.
Saying were coming to fruition. And so it made me think, oh, this is easy. I mean, if it's this easy, then maybe I should do it. And then there was something that happened a few months ago that if I wasn't going to do it before, something happened a couple months ago.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it, but I'll say that sometimes people can push.
Like, you don't want to talk about it. Nicki. What do you mean? She's trying to ask you questions. Like, this is an interview. You're supposed to answer the questions. She's trying to understand your political opinion and how it formed. And you're like, it formed based on these things. And then when she tries to get to the specifics, you're just like, I don't want to talk about it. Suspicious. That's interesting. All right, okay, sure, fine. You don't want to talk about it.
You so much that they push you all the way into your next calling, into your next.
What does that mean, Nicki? What the fuck does that mean, dude?
Blessing, into your next life. And that's what happened with me.
What issue specifically, like, drew you in the most? Is it immigration? Is it the economic policy? Is it religious freedoms? What specifically, answers that calling that you talk about?
Definitely, religious freedom is something that's very important to me. But if I'm being honest, President Trump. Yes.
That's not an issue. That's not a specific issue. That's just a person. That's just a president. That's not a specific issue that's drawn you in. She's such a fucking brown noser, man. She's like, President Trump, like, she's such a kiss ass. She's such a fucking kiss ass, dog. The way she keeps sucking off Trump and Vance and any one of them that she can is incredible. Back when she called JD Vance the fucking assassin to Erica Kirk's face. Or when she's like, oh, our beautiful president, our handsome president. And now she's like, he's the reason I'm into politics. Like, dude, we get it. You're obsessed with Trump. You want him to pardon your husband. Or maybe your brother. I don't even know. Who knows which one you're after at this point? He fucking can't pardon them because I'm pretty sure they're state convictions, but you know, you're trying your best. God damn it.
Because when I saw how he was being treated over and over and over, I just couldn't handle it. Like, because I felt that that same, you know, a lot of that bullying and the smear campaigns and all of the lying, I felt that that had been done to me for so many years. And I was watching it in real time happen to someone else. And I didn't think he deserved it. And it made me think, I can't do this anymore.
Have you ever spoken with President Trump?
I have. During the last campaign, I spoke to him briefly. I forgot exactly what they said when they called. Oh, gosh.
Oh, she's so obsessed with Trump, but she can't even remember what he said to her. She's so obsessed with Trump, but she can't even remember what he said. She's so bad at this, dude. She's so bad at this. She can't even do this shit good. Wait, I was about to say she can't even do this shit good. She can't even do this shit good. She can't even do this shit well, man. She can't even do this shit, like, properly. Oh my god.
I forgot, but I remember saying I wanted to ask him some questions, and he got on the phone. He was very easy to talk to, and you know, polite and all of that. And I asked him, a few questions, because I said, you know, with me, everything I do, I have to take an account for my fan base, and so I had recently been seeing a couple things circling online, and I just wanted to confirm.
Kind of exposing herself a little bit there. Like, yeah, you gotta, you know, your fan base is the reason you're famous. It's the reason you are where you're at. So you should definitely take them into consideration from time to time. But everything you do, you have to take your fan base into consideration? The Barbs have to be involved in everything you do, Nikki? Okay. I mean, you can draw the line somewhere, you know? You gotta, you gotta have somewhere that you're, like, she's just, like, are you just that audience captured? Are you that committed to, you know, sort of fulfilling your audience's desires? Because that's kind of dangerous. You're allowed to be your own person, Nikki.
With him directly.
Although I guess maybe when this is you being your own person, maybe you shouldn't be your own person. Although it doesn't seem like she's really taking her audience into consideration right now, because a lot of her audience is not fucking with this whole right-wing pivot. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
And I said, you know, do you have a problem with the LGBT community? And I asked him if he had a problem with the Jewish community.
Do you have a problem with the LGBT community? Well, considering he's made the lives of trans people extremely difficult in this country, I'd say yes. But I'm guessing Nikki's gonna say no. We'll see what happens.
And I asked him about women's rights, and he gave me wonderful answers to all of them, to where I knew that he respected me and he respected my fan base, and it was very, you know, very.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Donald Trump does not respect any women ever. Donald Trump does not respect anybody but himself. Bull fucking shit. Nikki, you're so stupid. Nikki, you're so bad at this grift. Nikki, this was such a dumb move. Fucking hell.
Thoughtful questions and just honest. And that's the thing with him. You know, he just is an authentic human being. You know, it didn't feel like he was making up an answer or trying to, you know, make something that was going to sound good. It sounded like he really answered the question as if he and I were best friends, you know, from 25 years ago, you know, like, it made me feel comfortable, but at that time, I didn't come out and endorse him. I wish I did, though.
You and President
I wonder why she didn't come out and endorse him, but is now making the switch after he has won the election, and after he has been in office, and after the tides have shifted in a right-wing direction. But, you know, woke is making a comeback, baby. We are bringing it back strong. Y'all better run and hide. Y'all better start looking for a place to get to. Get to higher ground, because it is coming. The wave is a coming. But anyway, why is she fucking coming out now and saying that she fucks with Trump instead of, you know, before, when it would have mattered, when it would have been, you know, important to his election? It's real easy to stand on Trump's. It's real easy to stand behind Trump after he's won the election. I mean, his popularity isn't great, but Nicki, she clearly has never cared about popularity.
Trump both like to give people nicknames.
Yeah.
President Trump refers to Gavin Newsom as Gavin Newscum. So do you. Can you tell me, did you come up with it first? Did President Trump come up with it first?
Thank you for asking, because a lot of the Barbs thought that I made it up. So I have to make sure this is clear. Barbs, the president made that up. I stole that nickname from him because people, like my fans know I'm a nickname person. I give everyone a nickname, especially if I don't like them. But then, no, actually, and the people I love a lot, I do give them nicknames too. But that's why Trump is so funny, because he reminds me a lot about a lot of myself in a lot of ways. So no, he called Gavin Newscum, and I thought it was hilarious. But it was a long time ago when he made that up, and he's, you know, that's been his thing for a long time. And so when I was about to acknowledge him, you know, recently, of course I was going to call him Newscum. Like, I mean, it was already branded, in my opinion.
What is some of the policies in California, given you've spent a lot of time there, that makes you think Gavin Newsom is Gavin Newscum? Is it the mass amount of illegal immigration and tax dollars being spent for illegal alien healthcare? Is it the failure to rebuild homes in the Palisades? Is it just pro-trans ideology and pushing that on kids in schools? What stands out the most to you?
And I'm glad you asked that, because I want to make it clear.
God, yeah. When I think of pro-trans ideology, when I think of people being pro-trans, when I think of the most, like, trans Tifa motherfucker out there, it's Gavin Newsom, man. He is carrying the fucking flame. He is carrying the banner. He is in the fucking trenches fighting the trans Tifa war. Gavin Newsom, my king. Like, what? Yeah, sure. Alright, yeah. I'm willing to bet she's about to say that she really loves the LGBT community. I bet you $5. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I bet you $5.
I personally
If she does, you have to like this video. If she does, you have to like it.
don't have an issue with the trans part of the LGBT at all.
I'll take it. 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 I called it. I'll take it. That was a pretty easy one to call, but you gotta like the video now.
The biggest advocate for adults being able to do whatever the heck they want to do. They're adults. I don't care. I only mentioned something because when it comes to children, I wouldn't even allow my 17-year-old daughter to get breast implants. Neither, like, and most 99% of the parents would not let their 17-year-old child get breast implants. So if you want to let a child get breast implants, you're not going to want them to have any kind of surgery, because we all know.
Okay, well, it's a good thing that the majority, except, I mean, well, okay, fucking hell. God. Well, it's a good thing that they're not doing that. That was never a thing. That was never a problem. They were never having super invasive fucking surgeries in order to oh my god, my words have just fucking rocketed out of my brain. In order to transition, oh my god. That was never a thing. That's never been a thing. That has never been a thing. It will probably never be a thing, because the fucking majority of gender affirming care that a child receives is stuff like is social stuff, like going by different pronouns or dressing a certain way, or, you know, that kind of thing. Or Or occasionally, they may do some sort of therapy, hormone therapy, like blockers or something like that. But other than that, that's it, okay? No one's having fucking surgery. No child was having gender confirming surgery, okay? That was just not a thing unless, they were having it for some sort of actual medical reason. But and if that was not the case, then they were not having these surgeries. So I hate this fucking conversation. I hate this bullshit when people are like, "Oh, it's the transing. You can't do the transing of the kids." It's like, bitch, no one's having the fucking kids have surgery. That's not a thing. It's not a fucking thing. You're stupid. You're dumb. You didn't bother looking into this at all, and you're ridiculous. You just said, I'm going to believe this narrative that has been put in front of me, and that's fine. And now I'm going to regurgitate it because that's what I do. I'm stupid. I'm a bird.
The brain is not developed. And we've heard about 19 times more likely to commit
Bitch, are you fucking kidding me? What are you saying?
suicide.
Yeah, if they don't get gender... Oh... If they don't get gender affirming care, then yeah, they are more likely to commit suicide if they are not allowed to transition. If they are not allowed to live the way they wish to live. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't do that. Fuck you. I can't. Fuck me, dude. Oh my god. Fuck. That should be illegal. That should be fucking illegal.
What more do you need to know?
I know so much more than you. What do you mean, what more do you need to know? I know so much more than you, Nicki. I know so much more than you because I sat down and took like 30 minutes to research it one day. If that. It doesn't even take that.
A child is 19 times more likely to commit suicide if they have a surgery before they're an adult. So I just wanted to make that clear because, of course, I don't judge, adults with, they can do whatever they want. With Newscom, it's the fact that with everything you said, but then having the audacity to be playing on Twitter, obsessed with Trump, trying to be Trump, trying to be funny when it's not, and then wanting to roll around in the mud with female rappers or whomever and completely...
What is this? What is this fucking grandstanding? He's so, he's trying to be Trump, and he's not Trump. He's not as funny as Trump. He's not as funny as Big Daddy Trump. Mama, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hello? Once again, is it drugs? Like, what is it? And can I get some? Because I want to be on this level of fucking copium. It will help me get through my day.
Missing the plot. That's the thing. You are competing with President Trump, but President Trump is already the president. Get it? He's already done it twice. He's won. Good. Okay. Meanwhile, you are embarking on...
Okay, and Newsom's the governor. Like, I don't fucking like Newsom, but fuck. Is only the president allowed to tweet now? Like, what is happening? You can't tweet at the president and say negative things about the president. The president who isn't even on Twitter, mind you. The president who isn't even on Twitter.
But a journey that will end up being a big, huge failure. But for him, but still don't seem to grasp the fact that these jokes that you're making are only funny to your assistant. You know,
That was not that funny. What was that? What was that? What was that laugh, bro? That was like Zendaya trying to laugh at like Tom Holland's jokes. You know, have you seen like the compilation or like of her like laughing at his jokes? This was like before they were dating or before they were public. And she's just laughing so fucking hard at like jokes that he's making, and they're not good jokes, and it's so very much like, girl, stand up. That's what this feels like. It really does just feel like, girl, stand up. What are you doing?
weirdo little guy that calls black women stupid hoes and stuff. You see, but that's the whole thing. No one cares, and he's making a fool out of himself. Like when he went all the way to another country to speak ill of.
Man, she took that shit personally, bro.
The country and the president.
Yo, fuck this country and fuck this president. I don't have to go to fucking Europe to say that shit. I'll say it right fucking here. And fuck you, Nicki.
We would never want someone like that to be our president. Americans.
Well, you know what? We can agree on that, because I don't want Newsom to be president either. So we both got that one for free.
Are so big on loyalty, and that just showed us all you do not have.
Americans are so big on loyalty. Sure, bro. Sure, bro. Sure, bro. We're so loyal. We're so loyal that we let our fucking neighbors get gunned down in the fucking street and do nothing about it. We're so fucking loyal, bro. We're so fucking loyal. We're so fucking loyal. Look, the people in Minneapolis are definitely doing shit about it. I just wish that we could all do more about it. A lot more.
A loyal bone in your body, and no one is going to vote for you. But so it was a little bit, so it was that, but it was that I don't think people realize, and you guys, but I publicly asked for his help a couple times on Twitter about swatting calls that were happening, that were clearly a part of their extended smear campaign. And he completely ignored it, right? And next thing you know, he's on there flapping his gums about female rap stuff and trying to get in women's business.
So that's the core of this, right? That has to be it. She's mad that he ignored her when it came to some swatting stuff. Like, girl, maybe sure he could have responded, but he's the governor. Like, go to the police. I don't know. Fucking hell.
So I had.
And why are you making it everybody else's problem? Like, I didn't need all this, Nicki. All this because you couldn't get fucking Gavin Newsom to respond to your swatting concerns. Oh. Hire some fucking security and move on with it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want. Shoot it out with the cops. Who cares at this point?
I had to show him who's boss on Twitter.
Do you hear yourself? I had to show him who's boss on Twitter. Grown-ass woman. A mother. A married mother. 40-something years old, right? Like, is that what we're doing? Is that who we are? I had to show the governor of California who's boss on Twitter because he ignored me. Nicki Minaj has a legacy that she will leave behind. And every single day that goes on, it becomes more and more tainted. Eventually, all of the bullshit she's doing will eclipse the actual good that she has perhaps contributed to this world. The actual contributions she has made to the world of music will be all for naught, because Nicki is going to ruin her fucking legacy. She is going to yap her way into the annals of eternity, and it is going to be oh so fucking glorious.
Administration's approach to illegal immigration and deportations?
Well, if I had a business or a home or anything, and someone was there one day when I walked downstairs to cook breakfast or something, I would have them kicked out of my home because I didn't invite them, and this is my private home. So the president has to.
Good thing your home is different from the country. I'm sorry. Is the country private property now? I don't know why this is. Let me see if I can fix this real quick.
Treat the United States as if it's his private home. People all around the world.
The United States is not. What do you mean? As if it's a private home? What the fuck are you talking about? The United States is not the president's private home. Do we all suddenly live in the private home of the president? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're okay? All right. No, I love this analogy. Keep it up. Let's see where this goes.
Have to respect the policies of the country and the administration. Therefore, to my immigrants, who I love very much, I love my immigrants, I'm an immigrant. But how can you tell a president not to enforce a law that simply says you have to be legal to get in the country? Now, what people don't understand is there are spies. There are things that we don't know about, but that,
What spies? Are you gonna make this like an espionage issue? Okay. All right.
but that the administration and that security knows about. People who have to secure the country. So a person coming in illegally to the country, they could be there to do anything. You do not know. They have to be vetted. There's nothing wrong with that. It would be so stupid of any country to have an open door policy where people are not.
God, she's not even doing like the right wing conservative argument correctly. Like, she needs to workshop this shit, dude. She's not even doing this right. She's like butchering this talking point. That's incredible.
Vetted. You don't imagine having somebody that you do not know in your home and you don't know anything about them. We do background checks for everything. You don't think there needs to be a background check to get in the country? So, I don't know. That may have come off too harsh, but
I think it was a good explanation. You could have been harder.
Okay.
How has illegal immigration impacted?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't like. She's butchering this talking point because the like at this point the right is so fucking beyond even being like, you can come into the country, but we need to do background checks. They're like, we don't fucking want you here. like like that's where she needed to fucking take this shit at this point, was to, we don't fucking want you here. Get out of here. Get out of my country. Fuck you. But she can't, she's not even like committed enough to the conservative grift to go that far, which is very funny. That's incredible, actually. Way to go, Nicki. Like, fucking Katie Miller's like, you could have been harder.
To the Black community specifically?
Well, African.
What is she about to say? Wait, what was the question? What was the fucking question?
Okay.
How has illegal immigration impacted the Black community specifically?
Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. In a video game. In a video game. In a video game. Okay, no, I'm sure this is gonna be a totally normal and well thought out answer. I can't do it. I can't hit play. Oh, I think I'm actually in pain. I think I'm actually in like physical pain. My hand is frozen on the space bar. I cannot hit play. I know the next words out of her mouth are going to cause me actual physical damage. Legitimate mental damage to my brain. Okay. All right. No, I'm ready. Let's hear it. All right, Nicki.
Well, African Americans have finally decided, find somebody else to do it. That's why they're not protesting, okay? They finally decided that.
Nicki, with all due fucking respect, I don't like to make this distinction. I hate making this distinction. I think it's a pointless distinction. Nicki, the people who normally make this argument wouldn't even consider you to be African American. You are giving the argument that foundational Black Americans like to make against literally you. Oh, okay. No, like I don't need to double check this, but just, for the sake of those who may not know, Nicki Minaj. Where is Nicki Minaj from? Oh, that's crazy. Nicki Minaj was born in St. James, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago? I'm sorry, is that in the United States of America? No, I don't think so. Is Trinidad a US territory? God damn, we are so fucking screwed. So, Nicki is using a talking point, one that is used mostly uh one that is used mostly by a specific subsect of Black Americans in order to separate themselves from the diaspora, so to speak, from people coming from the islands, people coming from Africa. That is what Nicki is doing right now. Her whole African Americans have found someone else to do the protesting. That is a very specific talking point that is meant to fucking create this like line of demarcation that doesn't fucking exist in any real way because no one is actually making that distinction. Oh my god. And Katie Miller asking this fucking question, knowing full well that Nicki was gonna give this bullshit answer, is so fucking funny. Like, they are really trying to do this, like, propaganda to this very specific subsect of Black Americans. And I do not know who this is for. But I'm getting real tired of seeing this foundational Black American shit come up in these right-wing conservative talking points, like these right-wing conservative conversations, because that is exactly where this shit shines. Like the whole FBA movement or whatever is a reactionary right-wing movement. It's just meant to be we're separating ourselves, trying to make ourselves in some way a higher status than other Black people. And it's such bullshit. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. And now she is literally pulling out one of their fucking talking points. Oh man.
They are not going to be anyone's pawn in these political games anymore, in this political theater, the political theatrics. They're not going to be bothered. They're going to be at work or at home or, creating. And that's that. And I'm very happy because where's the money? Where are the billions of dollars that was stolen? Okay? Because guess what? The people who work hard and pay
she she just went from one talking point to like, where's the money that's been stolen? Like, she's all over the fucking place. She can't even stick to a fucking line here. Nicki.
taxes, they have a right to know. Like, there's no more distracting people. Everyone is smarter than that. And I think that's where African Americans stand right now, is that they're not going to keep on speaking for people who every time.
Like, I cannot make it clear enough to you that this talking point, this whole Black Americans are not protesting, they're not doing the fighting, they're staying home. The people who push that talking point, they advocate for not letting people like Nicki speak for African Americans, which is exactly what she's doing right now. That is like one of their core fucking tenets. It's literally on their fucking website that they are like, you don't let if someone is not a foundational Black American, then they don't get to speak for foundational Black Americans. That is one of their core things. And yet here Nicki is doing exactly that. They would and saying their fucking talking point, they would not fuck with you. They don't think you count, Nicki. They might claim you because, you're famous, and sometimes there's like a special status, I guess, for that kind of shit. But realistically speaking, they specifically advocate for not letting people like you talk for Black Americans because you're not supposed to be a Black American in their eyes. Oh, it's.
They get in office, they completely forget about them, and they just use them, every 4 years. Find somebody else to do it.
You called for Don Lemon's arrest. You called for Don Lemon's arrest over his church stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist, unhinged, homophobic, and out of your depth. Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Cocksucker, stop.
I. Nicki Minaj, the LGBTQ ally, telling a gay man, calling a gay man a cocksucker, and telling him to stop. When he rightfully claps back at her for calling for his arrest when he was just doing his job as a reporter. Literally calling for the government to violate his First Amendment. His First Amendment rights. And Nicki, the LGBTQ ally, her response was, cocksucker, stop. And you know what? The Barbs, I bet they ate that shit up. They ate that shit up hook, line, and sinker, okay? They had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
When you're going through something like that very publicly on the internet,
yes,
and everyone is talking about you, how do you handle situations like that? Do you just not pay attention? Do you love it? Do you want to crawl back into a hole?
I've never been happier, child. I'm truly, I've never been happier. So I hope that answers your question.
I come from asking, like, when you're a mom and your whole town's talking about you, or there's a Facebook group and everyone's talking about you, and someone has a tough day on a much smaller scale than what you would have to deal with, and you were giving that mom advice, would you say just don't pay attention, or do you revel in the fact that people are talking about you?
Well, I'd rather keep that to myself. Don't want to give the enemies any ideas.
What was it like stepping on stage at Turning Point? Is that anything like stepping on stage at a concert? Or totally different?
Yeah, it's totally different for me.
What was it like meeting J.D. Vance?
Oh, it was great. He was very polite. He comes across a lot younger in person. Like, his energy felt younger than it does on TV.
I'm sure he won't mind that.
Right.
You recently announced that you were giving money to the Trump accounts for future generations.
Yes.
Why is that important to you, and why did you decide to join President Trump on stage and speak up?
Well, because obviously, I'm a Black woman, so I think about all of the things that go on in communities that are predominantly Black, where there are so many intelligent children, so many creative, bright children that simply didn't get a head start in life. And so when I saw the Trump accounts thing being talked about the first day the president ever spoke on it with Dell, I was just like, wow, like, I love this idea. Like, it's money that's going to be growing as.
It's such a stupid bullshit idea, and I hate that she's like, are you gonna donate, Nicki? Are you gonna donate anything to the Trump accounts? You can, right? You can sponsor a specific location, a specific neighborhood, a specific street. That's what they said. You can sponsor any amount of people, amount of kids, amount of families. Nicki, why don't you sponsor the Bronx? Is that where she's from? I can't remember. Sponsor a whole fucking borough of New York. Sponsor your home borough. Put your money where your mouth is. If you love this idea so fucking much, Nicki, let's see you sponsor some of these goddamn accounts. Put some money in these accounts for these children, for their future. You gonna do that? Maybe she is. If she is, I mean, cool, Nikki. I still think the accounts are bullshit, but you know, at least she's at least she'd be willing to put her wallet on the line, but I don't know that she's gonna do that. I don't know if she has the money to do that. I don't think she has Dell money these days, or I mean, she never had Dell money, but I don't think she's got like anything close to that these days.
They're getting older, it's collecting interest, and so my big thing is financial literacy, because you could teach a person everything in the world, but if they don't know how to manage money, if they don't know what the financial world really entails, then they'll get it and lose it. So what is the point? You know, like, look at all these, you know, artists in the public eye that have had so much money one minute and then nothing another minute. So I just think, especially for children.
You mean like you? Like you, Nikki? I'm kidding. I don't know Nikki's financial situation. I assume it's probably a little messy, but could be anything. Could be anything.
Children in the inner cities, children who weren't born rich or weren't born middle class even, that they get to now have something to look forward to when they're getting older. You know, they'll be having even money growing, which could potentially go into their college tuition, etc. But just creating little businessmen and businesswomen. That's ultimately why I love it. And I think one of the things people love about President Trump is that he is a businessman, but he also gives insight on how you too can be a businessman and businesswoman. Yeah. You know, so it's pretty cool.
Do you think our schools are teaching that? Do you think our schools are well serving students right now in the country?
I don't think our schools teach that at all. I mean, it didn't when I was in school, so I don't know if the curriculum has changed. But yeah, so I don't know much about what's being taught, but I think financial literacy, I think that would be an amazing thing to add to their curriculum, like at least in high school.
I agree. So you're undisputably the queen of rap. Who do you think is the king?
God is the king.
There's not a woman in hip hop who hasn't been compared to you.
I mean, I would like to hear God drop some bars. I'd like to hear God spit a little. Can we do that? If God's the king of rap, if God's the king, I'd like to hear God throw down.
What's the worst part and the best part of being the standard?
I don't think there's a worst part, because it's such a blessing to be given that title. But well, I'll say the best part is having the best fan base in the whole world, who always have my back and support me.
In this new phase where you've spoken out a lot about your personal beliefs, your fan base has really stood beside you and grown. What does that mean to you as your fans have come along for the ride?
Have they? I mean, like, I don't think a ton of Barbs have abandoned her, but like, I don't know that her fan base has grown. I mean, maybe just full of like MAGA bros and stuff like that now. I mean, although they're not really out here listening to Nicki Minaj, I don't think. Like, they're not buying her albums. They're not doing that shit.
I can't even begin to explain how grateful I feel. I never would have been able to predict this part of my life happening, but having my fans along for the ride makes everything worth it in the end, you know? So it doesn't matter what I have to deal with. Knowing that they still love and support me, it just makes everything feel like home, like perfect, like comforting.
Would you ever consider using your platform to enter politics?
Yes, I've already entered.
What's it been like for you since you've...
Bitch, no, you haven't. You're just sort of making commentary now. I mean, in that same realm, I've entered politics. What do you mean? Like, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj is now in politics because she's, going on the Katie Miller podcast. She's hooking up with JD Vance at AmFest. Welcome to the fucking politics realm, Nicki. She met Do You Want to Be a Politician, bitch. Come on.
Entered. How has your label reacted?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to them.
Is any of this kind of, I don't want to say change, but this evolution of Nicki Minaj going to be represented in new music that you may publish?
Yes.
Polymarket has some odds on if you plan to drop new music this year.
Really?
They do. It says 89% chance as we're talking that Nicki Minaj is going to drop an album this year.
Wow.
Do you think you'll drop some new music this year?
I'd like to. I know it would make the Barbs happy.
I think the Barbs would be very happy.
Yes.
So I was saying what it used to be. No, I still am a big Nicki Minaj fan. There's a trend on Instagram where it's like all these suburban moms in their cars rapping, and they say, "Are you a Taylor Swift fan?" And it's like, "No, turn up the music. I'm this type of person." And it's like rapping Nicki Minaj alone in your car as a white girl.
Wow.
So we are going to start off with my favorite version of something about your lyrics.
Okay.
He tossed my salad like his name Romaine. Are we really just into Caesar salad?
I'm sorry. I was not ready for Katie Miller to just suddenly read off. Right. Okay.
It's just a play on words. It's just a play on words. The tossed salad and romaine, that's all that really was.
I'm not listening to her explain these lyrics, bro. I don't care. What is the next one? When Anaconda, reaction to, okay, well, they're doing a lot of like silly shit now, balancing celebrity and motherhood, I guess. The drive, struggle with mom guilt, the drive to speak out on what? On politics. Let's see what she has to say here.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't have wanted him to grow up in the world had President Trump not won. Because people don't know this, but, well, my diehard fans know that people have been, doing a lot of bullying and smear campaigns and stuff like that. So, and that's one of the other reasons why I had to, get in the game, so to speak, because I've had enough and I'm a mom now. So I have to think about everything, in a different way.
Do you ever struggle with mom guilt?
Yes, I think all moms struggle with mom guilt, and I think it's quite natural because you want to be the best mom in the world. You know that your child deserves the best mom in the world, so you're always kind of comparing yourself to what you think the best mom in the world would do and would say just to make this child, because people don't know had President Trump not won. I make it up on the spot.
Has ever of that turned into music that you've published?
Oh man. Rapping bedtime stories, and the importance of the family unit.
You've created, and what is it like to...
The family unit she's created with a convicted rapist.
create that family unit in a place where normally, especially in rap culture, that's not something that is, I would say, shown every day, and idolized.
Yeah, I always wanted to be married and wanted to be a mom, so I knew that would happen at some point in my journey. So, I wasn't surprised, but it made my life as a rapper and just as a human being a lot more fulfilling. I would recommend that, people do it because, after a while, no matter how much fame or fortune you get, nothing, and I mean nothing, feels better than going home to the people you love and the people who love you and the people who know you and understand you, It's just a very fulfilling feeling.
The entire world is currently going through a fertility crisis. I think everything except sub-Saharan Africa. Do you think more women should be getting married and having babies? Do you think more women should be encouraged to have babies? What does that mean for someone like you who has a stable family unit and preaches about how lovely and great it is to be a mother?
Well, yes. I think I think it makes women and men happy. I think it's a good feeling, because the thing is, I don't think people realize being married and
Who would want to get married and have a kid in a country that has shitty maternity leave, man, or shitty support for young families and that kind of thing? Ultimately, we are not a country that facilitates getting married and having a kid. We are not. We do not live in a society that facilitates that kind of approach. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, look what you did. Capitalism got you again. What you gonna do? But you're gonna keep embracing it until the dying end.
it's not just a spouse, it's like a best friend too. Like that person that you get to like talk their ear off and about everything.
Got a
And
captive audience.
Her best friend is a rapist.
and they can't tell you, shut up. They just gotta sit there. But then you end up getting advice, and you can use it as a soundboard, I guess,
She gets advice from a rapist.
in a way to hear, what would an average man think about, what I'm about to say or do or whatever. So
Your husband is not the average man. He's a rapist.
I don't know. I feel like it kind of has been getting a bad rap lately, as if, no, we don't want to settle down. And I don't think you have to settle down. But I just want people to know it's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful thing. You guys don't have to run from.
Oh my god. Alright, what else we got? The evolution of the definition of success. I don't care about that. Most humbling moment as a mom. Worst alter ego as a babysitter. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. A day in the life. I don't care about that. Opinion of Harry and Meghan Markle. What? Why are we asking her opinion on Meghan and Harry? Like, what?
Think he should have aired the family's dirty laundry, but
He did. Y'all, I don't think people understand. Harry didn't want to watch his wife become his mother. He didn't want to watch his wife die or be killed like his mother. And so he made the choice to get her out of there. And I think that is ultimately the most respectful fucking thing, the most honorable thing he could have done as a husband, as a person, was to read the fucking room, read the situation for what it was, and see that he had to make a decision. And it was going to either be his family or the woman that he loved and that he wanted to spend his life with. And he chose his wife. And people will still try and make that shit out to be like he was selfish or he made the wrong choice. If his family put him in that situation and he ultimately made the choice of, I'm going to protect the person that I have sworn to protect, that I've sworn to give my life to, then so be it. Again, I think that is the most honorable fucking thing he could have done. He fulfilled his duty as a husband and protected his fucking wife. That is your trad wife bullshit, is it not? Like, that is your traditional family unit bullshit. The husband protecting the wife from danger. I mean, that's what he did. He did that shit.
that's just me, darling. I have nothing but love for them, for everyone. But I just, I love the royal family as if I know them. But I think Americans, you know, we love the idea of the royal family so much. And I just was like, but you know, people do things and you don't know why and you don't know what's going on inside of them.
Like, it's so incredible to me that we can sit here and we can all fully recognize that the royals live a completely different life from us. They live a completely different world from the rest of us. And their world is a lot more stressed. Like, it's like, I mean, not like more stressful in the sense of like they're working, you know, or anything like that, but like they have like pressure on them. They have people watching their every move. They're not living normal lives like normal people. And in doing so, there are certain expectations, there are certain pressures put on people from different places, and that does include within the fucking family. Like, why is it such a hard concept to grasp that, yeah, the family wanted things to, wanted them to fucking, wanted them to fucking adhere to what they wanted. They wanted, you know, Megan to conform more. They wanted her to fit into the mold more, and they put a lot of pressure on her, and they also just treated her not well from what we can understand. And ultimately, Harry said, "Nah, enough is enough. Like I'm not doing this." He said, "I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending." And so he got her out of there. Like I don't understand. Like literally, like, and also you would think that with fucking royals being exposed as motherfucking pedophiles to the point where they have to give up their fucking titles, that these motherfuckers would be like, yeah, Harry and Meghan are awesome. They fucking saw that this was a bad place to be and they said, nope, fuck that shit, and got out of there. They went against the fucking grain. They swam upriver. They swam upstream. They fought the current. They got out of there. They're trendsetters. And yet, people still are like, no. They should have just stayed in the fucking royal family and played the part and did whatever the fuck. It's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. By all accounts, they are the better fucking people in every way whichever way you look at the scenario. They come out looking better than the people in the sort of main royal family at this point. And yet they are still considered the outsiders, the black sheep, you know, and it's you know, it's thinly veiled racism, but yeah, it's just so fucking ridiculous. I don't understand this obsession with Meghan and Harry and trying to paint them as the villains and all of this. Once again, you have the royals being fucking exposed for being pedophiles. You have people like the fucking queen who were even, you know, protecting her son before she died. Even the most, like, well-liked member of the fucking family at this point, next to, like, you know, Diana. And you still have them protecting a pedophile. And yet, people are like, no, Meghan and Harry are the problem. We gotta talk about Meghan and Harry. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
So I don't judge, but I was like, oh man, because I felt like I knew them in some way. So I was like, Harry, no, don't do that. You know better. You know what I mean?
Harry, no, you know better than to take your wife, who is clearly struggling and possibly going to end up dying in this situation, just like your mother. Harry, no, you know so much better than to take her and to get her out of that situation, to remove her from that harmful environment. You know so much better, Harry. You know so much better, Harry. You're supposed to sit there like a good little boy and let your fucking wife eat shit at the hands of your family and do nothing about it. Don't you understand how this works, Harry? You're not supposed to be a man. You're not supposed to stand on your own 2 fucking feet. Like, goddamn, you're gonna make me come out here and defend actual fucking rich people? I don't wanna do that shit. I don't got time for that shit.
But he did what he did.
What do you eat in an average day?
Do you know?
These questions, man. Does she ask all of her guests these questions? The importance of iron for women? Take your iron pills. Would you rather questions? Believable conspiracy theories. The chemtrails. Oh my god, she's a chemtrail girly. She's a chemtrail girly.
Today's mine's the chemtrails. The chemtrails in the sky.
Y'all are so stupid. Y'all are so stupid. Chemtrails? Chemtrails? Are we fucking 12 years old, bro? Ain't no goddamn way you're out here talking about chemtrails in the Big 2-6. Fuck me. I wish I was this stupid. I wish I was this stupid.
Oh, okay, what about it?
Okay, this is like my thing, is that people believe that it's seeding the clouds to change the weather. And so on the social medias, like in the past few days right before the big weather storm, everyone's taking photos of like how the skies look so chemtraily from like the planes, you know, that they leave the streaks behind. And everyone believes that's like chemtrails, like the government seeding the sky to change the weather. And so right before the big storm, everyone's like, look, the government's at it again, seeding the weather. You've never heard this one?
This is Katie Miller, wife of Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller works in the Trump administration. Couldn't she just ask her husband at this point, hey, are chemtrails real? Is the government seeding the fucking sky for the weather? Which is ridiculous. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? This was supposed to be about believable conspiracy theories. The government has planes that fly through the sky and seed it so that it plants the weather that comes through. That is what we are saying? That is our believable conspiracy theory now?
I've heard about it, but I don't know about that. I don't know if it is or isn't.
That one's my favorite one right now. You know, like other conspiracy theories, like did we actually...
Wife of Stephen Miller thinks that chemtrails are real. That's her favorite conspiracy theory. The wife of Stephen Miller, who works in the government, thinks that the government has planes that put out chemtrails. Babe, call up your fucking husband and ask him yourself. Ask him to do some digging.
Land man on the moon? Did the president get the elections?
I don't think.
Oh God, not the moon landing too. I'm gonna. We
landed on the moon.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't, Kim Kardashian. Why would you?
You don't?
No.
I asked Elon this one. He said we did indeed land on the moon.
Who gives a fuck what Elon has to say? He said we were going to be on Mars in 10 years, and that was like 20 years ago.
Who's more likely to survive the Hunger Games, Roman or Barbie?
Roman.
What song instantly puts you in a good mood?
Any song by Whitney Houston.
Oh my God. First concert attended, favorite performance, favorite artist to work with, wildest rumor that's true, most used app, reason for deleting Instagram, last internet purchase, dream party guest. Okay, I don't care about any of this. We're done. 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 We're so done. We're so done. We're so fucking done. I need to be done. I need to be done. I need to be done. Nicki, the fuck. Oh my God. I wanted to get to, I think this has to be a short stream because I was not feeling very well today. I wasn't even sure I was gonna stream, but I had wanted to get to Ethan Klein on Pierce Morgan, but maybe we have a little bit of time. Do I have that somewhere? Maybe I can suffer through this a little bit longer. Hold on. I don't even have it like pulled up or anything. Let me see if I can find here. Yeah, right, with Benny Johnson. Yeah. What is this even about? Epstein and Ice. See. How long is it? 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 It's kind of long. I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know if I have it in me to do Ethan. I don't know if I have it in me. I wanted to do it, but I don't think I have it in me. If I feel up to it, I'll stream tomorrow and we can do this, but I think this is gonna be a shorter stream because I was not feeling well, and this is the first stream with my computer back. I need to get some things set up again. It's a little funky, but that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up here. So thank you for watching, and give the stream a like, give the video a like, all that lovely stuff. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm not feeling too great, but I just like all that energy expended on Katie Miller and Nicki Minaj, and I've crashed. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing. I gotta go. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And if you could hit that like, hit that subscribe, do all that lovely stuff, and I will catch you all later. And hopefully, maybe tomorrow we'll do the Ethan Klein shit. But yeah, I gotta go. So bye, 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 bye.